So, okay. So we have covered these topics till now. So we will try to see few more operators and few more SQL commands. Okay. So today we will try to see the first topic, the SQL commands. The first one is, so what is this SQL commands? So you people are executing some queries on the database, right? So to communicate to the database, we are performing different queries to apply on the data. So this applying the queries onto the database, it is categorized into three ways, three types actually. So we will call this as an DBMS, right? So this DBMS is categorized into again three SQL commands. Those are DDL, data management. Tirupati, can you keep on mute on from your side?
Yeah.
So DDL, DML, we'll look the one by one here. But totally we have four commands. Those are DDL, DML, PCL, and DCL. So what are these DDL and DML, DTL? So this is a one language where all our uh, commands are categorized into different ways to communicate to the database. Okay, let's start with the one by one. We have already seen few commands, but we have these commands are categorized into few languages. So those languages we will see one by one. First one is DDL. So what is this DDL? Data definition language. So under this data definition language, what are the SQL commands are available? The first one is create, alter, drop, rename, and truncate. So if you are using any one of these command means it will be comes under the DDL operation. So it is called as a data definition language. Under this we have these five commands. Hello.
Yeah, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
Yeah. So this is called as a DDL commands actually. Okay. So we have already seen some create command, how to create a table, how to create a database. All these things we have seen, right? We will try to see few more commands today, which are comes under to the DDL. Okay. So like this, these SQL commands are categorized into some different languages. So nothing but which we have seen already, the create command which we have seen, right? That it is one, it will comes under to the DDL. So like this we have few other, we will see one more thing, DML. The first one is data definition language, second one is data manipulation language. So what does this DML command will be comes under? SQL commands. The first one is select, insert, update, delete. So these four commands comes under the DML. So DML, if you are operating any select command or insert command, update command, it will be comes under the DML operations. Okay. So you need to be understand what in the interview you may be asked like this: what are the DDL commands? What are the DML commands? So you need to be list out what are those. Okay, this will be very important. The third one is TCL, Transaction Control Language. What does this TCL commands will become? First one is commit, rollback, and save point. So these are all TCL commands. Means if you look at this categorization, so the first one will be comes under the initial step. Any creating means completely data definition languages. Means if you want to define, if you want to drop, if you want to rename, it's all comes under the definition languages. On the data control, we can what we can do is create, alter, drop like this. In the data manipulation, we can manipulate the data. So what are the things will becomes to manipulate the DML command? Select means by using the select query, we can retrieve the data. That is the one type of manipulation. We can insert the data means we are doing some manipulation on the database. We can update the data. We can delete the data. So like this, the data manipulation can be done by using these commands. The next one is transaction control language. By this transaction control, what we can do is commit. Commit means which is nothing but a save point. Save means once the query is executed, if you give the commit means those will be saved permanently in the database. So rollback. What does this rollback will do is means it's something called as an undo. In our Windows, we used to do undo operations, right? The same thing in the rollback in the DBMS. The save point means at the certain point we can give after the some certain rows are inserted or certain things have happened, we can give some save point. After this point, save the records or do the delete the records. So we can specify at a particular point. So those things can be used by using the save point. So these are all called the SQL commands under the different languages. Okay.
One second about save point.
Yeah. So save point is nothing but, so let's say today you are going to insert some 1 lakh records. Okay. So by use after reaching some 10,000 records, you want to do some commit point. See, maybe why we used to do is something like if suddenly server is down, so all the records will be deleted or something has goes wrong when while doing this inserting or updating the table. So to avoid that, what we used to give this is save point. So what it will do is after the certain records are inserted successfully, let's say after the records inserted up to 10,000, so we will give some save point. But after completing the 10,000 records, save these records. Okay, so like this we can give some certain point where we want to save our, we want to delete, we want to update. So whatever the operations we will do at that point, we want to save those one. Okay, like this. Commit is something once your transaction is completed, like select is done, or insert is done. So once insert is done, just give the commitments, it will automatically save all those things. Okay, rollback is nothing.
Yeah, actually, what is the difference between commit and save points? Huh? Save point is also used to save the data up to what we are going to done.
Yes.
And commit is also saving the data after getting the after selecting or after inserting something.
Yes, correct. So here the difference is commit is you have to manually say commit. until unless you won't say any commit means it won't save. But the save point is not like that. We can use some certain point to be identified. Let's say after the inserting the 10 records, if I say save point means it will be saved. But
Okay.
commit is not like that. After the inserting the 10 records, you have to manually say commit. Then only it will be committed.
Okay.
Got it?
Commit is used after completing the operations. I think
Yes.
if you want to
Yes, yes,
insert
exactly.
if you want to insert 10,000 tables, save point is used in the middle of the 10,000, but commit is used after completing the 10,000 tables.
Correct.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
So like this, these are the SQL commands which are segregated into different ones. We have one more thing which generally it will be used for the DBA guys. That is nothing but DCL, data control language. So what does it contains is grant and revoke. Okay. So generally this will be for the security purpose we will use. Means grant is nothing but giving you some permissions on the database. So generally these database guys will give you some grant operations on the database. So then only you can access those databases. Okay. So generally this will be happens from the DBA guy, and it will be for the security reasons. Generally we will be using this one. Okay. Granting
Actually,
some
can you
permission.
give an uh,
So let's say
can you
I'm
give an example, sir?
yeah. See, let's say I'm having one different databases here. Okay. So in my database I am having the production database also. So this is a very important and live data. So this should not be given the permission to the everyone. It should be only accessible only by the DBA guy and the customers only. It should not be accessed by the developers or testers. So in that case, I will give only the grant operation only for the DBA and the customers, not for the production or sorry, not for the dev and testers. Got it?
Okay, sir.
So we will be having some user roles also who can use this one. If you look at the in the securities users, you can see who can access this one. All these things we can see here. But still we can have some query operations also. Grant permission on the databases. Okay. If possible, I will show you few more queries in next sessions. Okay. But coming to this SQL command, these are the different types of data languages where we can use our queries. Okay. Coming to the next one.
Yeah, revoke. You didn't explain about revoke, sir.
Okay, fine. So revoke means nothing but it's again revoking the permissions. Actually, it's giving the permissions and get back in the permissions. So grant means providing the permissions. Revoke means it's reverting the permissions. Okay, it's reverse to the grant actually. Exactly reverse to the grant.
Actually, I'm not getting a grant. Where somebody, DBA or for customers and DBA guys getting permission from either from administration. That is the grant.
Yes. Revoke
Yeah, but
revoke is reversing the permissions. Means what you have given the permission right now. Let's say I have given the permission to the dev. Now
okay,
I will revoke these permissions. Means now I am removing the
okay.
permissions.
To start the access again.
Exactly. To removing the permissions on the database.
Okay,
It's exactly opposite to the grant.
okay. Thanks.
Okay. The next topic is we'll see SQL order by. So this SQL order by is used to sort the result set by one or more columns. It is used to sort the result set by one or more columns. Let's say we'll take one example, then you can easily understand. But before going to this order by, we'll see the syntax. Select column name from table name. Order by column name, ascending or descending. Any one of the option. Okay. So this is how we will apply the order by. Order by is nothing but is simply, let's say I am having one table. I want to see the data in a proper order. Particularly by taking one column, I want to see the data in an order way, like in ascending order or descending order. I will show you one example here. Let's take our regular table only. Select star from dim customers. So we have 18,000 records in the dim customer. Now I want to apply the order by. So how can I apply? Simply at the end, order by which column we want to order by our result. So let's say I am having here the first name which is starting with some J, E, R, something like, right? So we will try to sort the first name. Okay. If you don't specify anything, by default it will be take it as an ascending. If you say, if you specify or won't specify, by default it will take it as an ascending only.
Okay.
See, now it is starting alphabetical order, ascending order. A, already starting with the A. Next B, C. So like this it will be ordered. It will be make it as an order way, which is an alphabetically order. By default it will take ascending order. If you specify or won't specify, by default it will take it as an ascending order only. Let's try without giving any order specification. So if you see, by default it is taking as an ascending order only.
Okay.
If I want to specify in the descending order, means in a reverse way. So how the result will be? Just specifying the same column name by descending. See, it's coming with from the back side, Z. Got it? So this is how we will apply the order by. Means it will be filtering the data in an order way. Okay, now we can apply it on any column, not only on the on the first name. We can apply it on the any column. Order by some customer key. Let's see on the customer key. See, now it's came in some order 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Means it is starting from 11,000, 11,001, 11,002, 11,003. So it is ordered by the customer key. I didn't specify any order. By default, it is taking some ascending order. Okay, this is how we will apply our order by. Any doubts on this?
No,
Yeah,
it's fine. But in the syntax, why did you mention the column name? It's necessary. It's not necessary, right?
Here, order by column name.
Oh, yeah, in the left side, to the left, little to the left. Yeah, select column name from table name, right?
Yeah,
Select star from table name, right?
yeah, that depends our requirement. If let's say I want to see the same thing here, customer key only. We can specify the star or we can see entire column. We can, it depends on our requirement. See,
Oh, okay.
okay, the same thing. The result won't be changed actually. So
Yeah,
to
instead of showing the whole table,
yeah
it will just
complete
show the
table, I
customer.
have just taken only one column. Okay,
Okay, okay.
there won't be much difference. Okay.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to know why
Yeah, yes,
that is
yes,
required.
yes.
Okay, understood. Understood.
Okay. So the next step is we will see some other operator in operator. Okay. So somewhere it's the next one is in operator. So how this in operator will be used? So in operator will be allowed to specify see multiple values in the where clause. Without where clause we cannot use the in operator. So what it will do is it will allow us to specify multiple values in a where clause. Syntax select column name from table name where column name in some value 1 and value 2. So this is how the syntax will be. So if you look at the one example, then you can clearly understand how this will be applicable in operator. So till now we have seen the one where condition, right? So let's say select star from the table where one condition you have given. But by applying in operator, we can apply the multiple conditions at a time. Okay. Let's say the same query. So here I am having one table dim customer. So in this I am going to apply some condition where geography key is equals to 26. So this is the one plain condition by using the where class, right? So simply if we execute this one, how many records are there with this geography key? We have around 105 records we have. So apart from this, I just want to see few other keys at a time. Let's say I want to see geographic key equal to 26, geographic key equal to 37 at a time, and more than, maybe sometimes more than one key I want to see. In this scenario, I just want to see all the two keys at a time. So in that case, how can I apply is simply where geographic key in 26 comma 37 means we are specifying the geography key where the key equals to 26 and 37. Those records we want to execute. See, if you see, the geography key is 36 and 37. Only those records are filtered now. But previously when we look into the where condition, where geography key equals to only 26 we are able to give. But by using the in operator, we can apply more than one condition at a time. Okay, this is how our in operator will be useful.
It is same like R command, right? Almost like R command.
Almost, but yes, it's almost like an R command only. But here this will be applicable on the where condition. This is have one condition, that is where class should be available. Where class should be there.
Yeah, in that also we use where, right? Where geography is equal to, geography key is equal to 26 or geography key is equal to 37. We can do like that, right?
Yes, we can do like that.
Yeah,
Also.
same like that.
But
Okay,
both are should be on the where class only.
Okay.
Okay, this is how we will use the in operator.
Okay.
Next we will see, it will be, we have one more operator which is called as an between. So it is also something relevant to this only, but we have some slight difference. We will see this one. So what does this between operator will be used is, we will specify particular range. So within that range only we want to get the records. So it is used to select the values within a range. Okay, the syntax will be here the same, simply we have given the in operator, like the same thing, like value 1 and some value 2. Okay, this is how the syntax will be. Let's see one example, then you can easily understand. Okay, again I will use the same table, select star from the dim customer only. Okay, I just want to see the records which are, the range is starting from 11,000 to 11,020 only. So I will see how it will be retrieved by using the end operator. Sorry, between operator. Select star from dim customer. Where customer key between 11,000 and some 11,020. I am specifying particular range. So see, what are those columns we have got? From, it is starting from 11,000 to 11,020. So only those records are got here we have retrieved. So this is how the between will be specified. We will specify some range here. So from which value to which value we want the records. So like this we can specify the between operator. Okay. And we have one more thing. Not is also is there. So if you want to use, we can use that one. We want something records which are not between 11,000 and 11,020. So those records I want. Then just simply applying the not. So it is starting from 11,021, means it has avoided from 11,000 to 11,000. First 20 records, I guess. So those records it has avoided. Means the range is not should not be in between the 11,000 and 11,020. Those records I want to retrieve. So then just apply not between. Okay. This is how we will be using the between operator. If you want to specify some range and if you want to see the values in between, then only we can apply this between operator. In operator will be used specify the value from value 1 and value 2 in the in operator. Okay, but here the range we have to specify. This is how.
But this only works for numbers, right? Only,
Yes,
for
it is
the
only
characters.
numbers only.
Okay.
So we'll see the one more thing is SQL constraint.
But when coming to in, it is it is, I mean, for certain things we are using the in.
Yes. So in
Like
will
for
be we are specifying the
for
value, particular
yeah,
values.
for particular values.
Yeah. So it is nothing but simply saying more than one where class. Okay.
Okay.
So
Okay.
if you specify more than one where class means we have to use in operator. SQL constraints. Constraint means one condition or one rule. Okay, in a database language, how we can say is, let's say I'm having one constraint means I'm having some condition or I'm having some rules. So what are these SQL constraints we will be having? So how we can apply these SQL constraints? Okay, generally we have different constraints on the SQL. So what are those? We can apply these constraints on the table, on the query, or different ways we can apply these conditions or constraints. Okay, but generally we have around 5 to 6 constraints where we are using most frequently. Okay, we will discuss on this. The first one is not null. It is one constraint. Indicates means it indicates it should not allow any null values. Not null. So we have seen few tables where we doesn't have any data, right? So it will be showing as a null. But not null means we have to mandatorily give some value. We cannot make it as a null value in a particular column. It is one constraint. Okay. This is one type of constraint where we can specify not null. This is one type of constraint. Okay. Next one is unique. So unique means it should be have the unique value. It cannot allow the duplicate values. Okay, let's say I'm having the one column where the column value is given some 101. Again, I cannot repeat the same value. It should be unique. Then only it will allows me to insert the data or update the data, whatever the operations I do. This is a one type of and one constraint. This is how we will be using constraint on this table.
If if all the columns in the two rows are same, then only it will be duplicate. If even one of the column is different, then it is not a duplicate one.
Yes, correct. So this uniqueness can be applied on the particular column only generally. Okay.
Okay.
The next one is primary key. So this primary key is a combination of not null and unique. When we say it as a primary key means when the above two you constraints are satisfied means then we can say primary key. Means if you are specifying any column as a primary key means it should not be null. Means we have to give some value and it should be unique. This is a very important. Let me know if you have any doubts. Okay, primary key is nothing but it should not be null and it should be unique. If it is satisfying these two conditions, then only we will be calling it as a primary key. Okay, this is how we'll apply some constraint on the column. Next one is foreign key. So foreign key is nothing but it should be referring to the some other table. Then only we will make it as a foreign key constraint. Let's say I'm having some dim customer and I'm having some dim currency. So it should be have some relationship between these two tables. How can I specify this is by using foreign key constraint. So I can relate these two tables by using one primary key and one foreign key. This is how I can apply the constraints on the two tables. Okay. So it should be having some referential integrity of the data in one table that matches the values in another table. Okay. Let's say I'm having here one table dim customer. Here I'm having some customer key, geography key, something I'm having here. So let's take one example here. So if you can see this one, it is showing some key symbol here, right? The first one is primary key, second one is foreign key. How can I say this one is? If you go and keep the cursor there, it will show you the icon, and one more hint we can see is PK. PK means primary key. FK means foreign key. Means this column is having relationship with some other table. What is the table? Here you can see the geography key, right? So there will be some geography table where we can relate here. See, again the same column here itself, geography table I am having. So in this here I am having geography key. Here again dim customer I am having geography key. So it should be have the same column name in the both the tables. Then I can apply the foreign key relationship. Okay, we don't worry, we will apply all these things in coming sessions. But this is I am just listing out what are the constraints, how they are used. Okay.
Actually, one moment, sir. Foreign key is used when two columns of different tables have the same values.
No, reverse. Two different tables having the same column name, then only we can apply this relationship.
Okay, two different tables have the same column.
Same column.
Okay.
The next one is check. So it's specifying the some check condition. So we have to giving some condition check. This value is true. Then only it has to insert the data. Means like this we are giving some check condition. So it should match our the specified condition. Then only it will be processed. Means we are giving some condition like check this value is equals to 100. Then only insert. Okay, like this we are applying one constraint on the table.
If it is 100, it will be inserted. If not, it will not be inserted.
Correct. So we are giving some check condition. The last one is default. So by default I am giving some value to the column name. Okay, let's say I have created a few tables in earlier sessions, right? So in that one particular column name I didn't give in if I give the by default any value, it will take it as that value in that column. Okay, let's say if I don't specify anything in the, let's take one example here. See, there is a one column called some suffix here. Okay, so if I specify something default value in that column, it will take it as a value, say that value. Okay, so it won't ask me to insert some data into the particular column. Why? Because I have given some default value. No need to check once again, no need to insert some value in that column. Why? Because we have given some default value which is fixed for the particular column.
Yeah, now I got it out by seeing the null here. Suppose if we have a table and suppose the table has like 5 columns,
Okay.
and in one column we don't want to insert anything. We just want to leave it null.
Okay.
So how would we do that then? We'll do values and leave something, or how it?
In the fifth column, you want to insert something or you want to leave the blank?
No, I want to leave it like blank.
Okay, don't insert anything in this. Just keep it as a null.
No.
Null.
No. What I'm asking you is suppose if we are inserting in the table, I got this doubt because I saw the title column as null. So suppose think we have like 5 rows, 5 columns: customer key, geography key, customer alternate key, title, first name.
Okay.
And we'll insert like this, right? Insert into table, and values. We'll insert like the first column value, second column value, third column value, and third column value. I don't want to insert anything. Then how will I do that?
Okay, I got it. Just specify comma and blank. Don't insert.
Okay,
Don't
comma.
specify anything. Okay, it will take it as a null only.
Okay, that was my doubt. Okay.
Okay.
And the comma and blank, and then comma and the next column value,
Next
right?
column value. Yes, exactly.
Okay. Thank you.
Okay. So we'll see the one syntax here also. So how generally we apply the constraints? Generally we will be applying by default on the while creating the table itself.
The syntax for the constants.
Yes, it's constant syntax.
The bracket will be a flower bracket or just normal bracket?
The create table syntax, right?
Yeah.
So the same, just while creating the table, we are specifying some constraint. That's it. Nothing much here.
I'm saying about these brackets are flower brackets or just casual open bracket and
no, just casual brackets and not flower brackets. If you see the flower bracket means it will be like this.
Yeah.
Right? So we won't use in anything flower brackets in the SQL.
Okay.
So this is how the constraint syntax will be. Okay. Let's see one by one. First one is not null. So as we said, right, we have created one table by specifying some not null operation, not null on the not null constraint. So we'll create one table here. Change the database. Get table name. I'm using some table name as a person. First name, varchar of some 50. Not null, I am specifying. I'm giving one more column, last name. Okay, this is how I am giving the table. So I have given one constraint. The first one is not null. So this column cannot be empty. So it should not be not null. We should insert some value here. Okay. Let me create this one. So table is created successfully. Now I am going to insert the data into the table. I'm going to insert one record in this. So one row affected. Now right, select star from person. You can see one value here, right? Now I'm going to insert one more record. If I don't give any value in the first column, what it will do? See, it is throwing one error. Column name or number of supplied values doesn't match the tables. Okay, I'm just giving one. Nitin, I think your condition is applicable here. I'm just giving some blank here. I have given one blank record here. So it is having the blank here. It is not null. It is having some space. I have given some space value. Okay. Space as in one value. Now I will try to execute the same query. See here, I am missing the first column here. So whether it should not be blank or it should not be not null, means I have to supply some particular value in the particular column. Then only it will be the data will be inserted in the column. So we cannot make it as a blank record. Okay. Our condition is not null, means we have to give some value or else it will throw some error. We have given one constraint on the first column. So what it means is we have to specify some value. we should not give the blank, or we should not give any empty value, something like this. Okay, let me give one more example, then you can easily understand.
But here in second line it accepted this blank one.
Blank is also some value, right? I'm specifying here.
Okay.
See,
Okay.
now you will understand. See, cannot insert the value null into the column first name because it has some rule. Does not allow null values. Means why? Because we have given not null operation. We cannot give a blank value. Now you got the point?
Yep.
So only here I am having the space value here. I am having the space. It is one value here. Okay, but it not allows me to enter the null value. Got it? Nitin, any doubts here?
No, sir. It's fine.
Fine, right? Okay.
Understood. Yeah.
So this is the one constraint. We'll see one more constraint. Unique. So uniqueness. So which we have already discussed, means we have to give some uniqueness in the table. So we will apply the same table here. I'm just dropping and creating the table. So again I'm using the same table. Here I'm giving one more condition, uniqueness, some ID, integer. We will call it as a unique. I'm creating the unique and not null. Command is successful. Now I am going to insert some value here. One row affected. Let's see the values here. So ID column having some one value, and first name and last name is some string value. So I am going to insert the one more record. Let's see that the same value will be acceptable or not. See, it's violating the rule called unique key constraint. Means we have given some uniqueness on the first column, ID column, which is saying that was we have some duplicate key value is 1. Means we have already value 1 in the table in the column name. So again you are going to insert the same value. Means it's the constraint is checking here. The constraint is applying here. It is not allowing us to insert the duplicate values. So like this we will apply the uniqueness. Okay. Let's insert the some other value so that it should allow now. See, this is how it will be, uniqueness will be applicable. Means we are able to insert only the unique values in the ID column. If you want to repeat the same record in the same table, then it doesn't allow to insert any value in this. So this is how our unique and not null. So now we will see one more thing. Insert the data. Now I have satisfied the first condition, means I have given the unique value, but I am not given the value in the second column. Then how it will be? Now it should be applicable the second constraint. Let's see. See, cannot insert a value null value in the first name column. Why? Because the first name having one constraint. What is that one? Not null. Means we have to specify some value. Until unless we have specified some value, it won't allow us to insert a record. The first condition is satisfied. Uniqueness we have given. But second constraint, how it is? It should be have some value. Then only it will be inserted. We cannot give the blank value or null value. So I'm giving some test.
You didn't give here one more.
Single.
Yeah. Yeah, single.
So now it is satisfying all the constraints. It is unique. First one is unique, and it is not null, and the value is inserted. Okay. This is how we will apply the constraints on the tables. Okay. Now if you look at the data, now the data, all the ID columns are different, right? Means it has unique values. And if you look at the first name, it having the not null values. Means it has some value. It can be duplicate. So you guys need to observe one thing. Not null means it can be duplicate. It should be have some value.
Yeah.
Got it, Thiru?
Yeah, got it.
So it can be duplicate, but it can have value. It should have some value. Okay. This is how we will be using the
Only when
operation.
we use unique, it should be different value.
Correct, exactly. The name saying right, it should be unique. Means it should be, it cannot be duplicate. Okay. This is how we will check the conditions here. So we have seen not null, unique, and we will see the primary key and foreign key in a special case. Means I will show you one more scenario in the next session where we can cover how to give the primary key and how to give the foreign key, how can we relation between the one table and another table. Okay.
Okay.
We'll see one more thing. Check constraint is there, right? So we will see how to give the some check constraint. So I am applying the check constraint here. Again, I am taking the same table. So I will drop the table and I will be creating some check constraint here. I am applying all the constraints one by one. Okay. Check ID column should be greater than 2. I am giving some condition here. Check constraint. So whenever I am inserting some value in the ID column, it should be greater than 2. I am giving some check constraint. It is checking the value while inserting the column in the ID column. Okay. Let me create this one. So now the table is created successfully with all the conditions. Now I am going to insert the data. Now tell me whether this first record will be inserted or not.
Not in.
Why?
Check ID greater than 2. ID is the first column. Since you are giving one as ID, so it will not accept.
Okay, let's see. What will be there? See, the insert statement conflicts with the check constraint. We have some check constraint where it is not allowing us to insert the value. it is stopping us. Why? Because we have given some condition. Then only it will be, if it is satisfied, then only it will be inserted. Now tell me, this will be inserted?
Yep.
Yeah, that will be inserted.
Okay, let's see. See, now it is satisfying the first condition. What is this first condition? Uniqueness, not null, and check. So all these conditions are applicable now. So it is satisfying all these things. So then only it is getting inserted. Okay. This is how we will be applicable the check constraint. So we can apply it on the any column. Means we will specify generally how the checking should be, where we want the some condition or we want to apply some constraint. Then we can specify the check here. Okay. Now we will see default. Okay. I am trying to using the same table so that you should not get confused. So I am just now I am giving check. The last name I am giving some default value. Default FAULT. Default equals to MSBI. Okay. So I'm giving some default value MSBI. So whether if I say some value or don't, it will be take it as this default value. Let's check this one. Now the table is created. Now we will try to insert the third record again. Let's see what it will throw the error or one row is affected. So I am specifying some value in the column. That's why it is giving the some test here. Okay. What is my value here? Actually default I have given in the last name, right? So it is overwriting now. If I don't specify anything here, let's say I'm inserting some record again. Now it will be inserted or not? Let's see. We have given the default value, right?
Yeah. For third column.
Yes.
But I think we need to give those single quotes.
1 second. Setting the value.
Yeah.
No, it's not taking the single code actually. Let's check once again. It is taking some null value here.
I think you didn't drop the person table person this time. I think so.
Is it?
Yeah. You didn't drop the table. Every time you used to drop the table and you used to create the table again.
Okay. Execute. I'm creating unique, not null, and default. I'm given, right? Okay. I don't think so. We'll see. don't have any value in this. Now I'm going to insert some.
Since you supplied only two
Columns,
things.
yeah.
Yeah.
So by default, it should take some by default value actually. Okay, let's see some
Single quotes.
single quotes. Okay. So it is taking the value which we have given.
Yeah.
Okay. So I will check it once. Okay. Don't worry.
Okay.
But default how it will be, it should take the default value as an MSBI only.
Okay.
I will check it and let you know. Okay. So this
Okay.
is all for this session.
Okay.
So we will see the primary key and foreign key in the next session. Okay.
Okay.
So do you have
Okay,
any
sir.
doubts till now?
Yeah.
No doubt, sir.
We are good with it.
Fine.
Okay, fine. Thank you.